Right, welcome back to Lee Bob on this week's channel. So I'll show you what I've been doing and getting up to. As I taught the auto feeder up, but for some reason it's not coming out properly, so that's out. The water level is really over the edge, too high. So I'm going to have to put an overflow in this drum. So what I'm trying to do now is, and I need to up and working, is clad this up the best I can. So what I've done is I've done piping, fasten this, and I'll try to cut it round the piping, but it's like a twat way in it. So what I've done is pull piping out, measure it up, cut it up, and fit it up. So I've got the drain pipe done, the 4-inch bottom drain, all sorted. But getting late now, so I'm going to pack it up for now and finish rest off. Tomorrow another day. Just got the text pipe out. Let's get the pipe work, I'm alright. But yeah, so I'll get it put back in, seated back in properly, and we'll see how we go from there. $18.5 tap. It's saying 22 out here, 0.5, so good temperature. The good thing I like about this SRC pump, I can put this onto auto, freeze or heat. So auto, so if you need too much of a higher temperature, start raising above 18.5, and then I can put it on auto and it cool it down and keep it stable. Cool little thing really. So yeah, so it's barely coming on now because we need it to temperature, so we're alright, keep it temperature. So lovely jubbly. So halfway up here, cladding, pipe work done, and the drain just down there. Not the very best. No, if I was a cowboy, I'd be called John Wayne. So I mean, DIY school's not the best brilliant, but it'll do. About halfway up. But I started cladding halfway up doing this, and I noticed one down there for the pipe work and wire it's gone through. If I ever need to disconnect my auto feeder, I'm gonna get the wire back out. I shouldn't even have to, like, but you never know. I think the only way that's ever going to come out is snip it away and it's dead, broke, no good. So yeah, I've got to look at the auto feeder as well on here because for some reason it is struggling to, it's not chucking the food out as it should be. Maybe the little dishwashing in bomb's too big for, yeah, too small for the food. Food's too big. Because it were working, it stopped. The motor's going round on it, so it's working, but it must be food's getting trapped. It's not coming through because it's gravity fed. It comes through on its own. So it could be that. So that's what I'm going to play about. But yeah, well, I'm going to get one more done probably, and then wrap up for tonight. So we're slowly getting there. Oh, I can't believe what happened to my gazebo. Right, freaking ripping it. I'm not really pleased about this, but yeah, so I can get a new cover for this, and I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not happy about that. A massive rip. Yeah, I've got tons of stuff to do. I need all this weeding, tidying up, all this weed and tidy up. Some bits and bobs. Just about done on the cladding here, look. Yeah, OCD people look and see it's not very square. I ain't lined up properly, just put it up and got it up and fitted so it's working. Alright. Heater's not missed a heartbeat. That's at 18. So we're lovely on that front. I'll tell you what, it made it halfway frigging dark in here. Putting that on there made it a lot darker in here. Having that clad in there, but yeah, we're getting somewhere like now as well. one job I have come down to do today is I'm going to come down and drag quite a few fish out here, give them a scrape, just to make sure there ain't nothing. And I've got one, this Sankey over there, this one here, look, here, it comes around, show you, on the other side it's got a nasty one. I have cleaned up and it has got a bit better, but not much better. I'm just going to turn around and show us. Just on the side. You just see it there. Look. Yeah, so I'm going to take that out. I'm going to get another clean up. I've got some antibiotics. Just to be on the safe side. And go over them, a few of them with scrapes, see if I can find anything. Typically I'm just going to come out and bowl some up anyway. Auto feeder went off, so I've had a feed on, so not the best idea. And bowling messing while I've been feeding. I had a problem with this yesterday. For some reason food's not coming out of it. Don't know why. Food's in it, it's working, the motor's working. Just can't see it on there, look. The motor in there, it's working, going round. And it's got like a little disc inside with holes in it. And what it does, the food drops through, but the disc, I think it rotates round. And it's like it's rotating round, the food drops through. So yeah, I've noticed food work getting through. I thought, I'll take this out, it might be pellets too big for to come through. And no, they'd fit through alright. Anyway, I did that and set the feed off and done, well, quite a good bit of food coming out. Too much actually. So all I do was tap it on the side and loads drop through. So I tempted it back out, put disc in and touch wood. We are working at the minute. So yeah, I'm going to get crack on with this. I'm going to use my other microscope because I'm not keen on the one with the screen on it, and try the one to see exactly better so we can see anything. Whenever I've got a yard and chop some logs up. Be summoned by my boss. So yeah. So I'll crack on with that and I see I shall let you know. Right, there you go, all balled up. Put some sedating. Probably can see. Yeah, there's a couple of rough scales in there, man, I need taking out. So you have to scrape her. Yeah, so you can just tap it over, just see what they look. Much mucus on that. Oh, right, much offer. Right, back in a minute to find anything. Not quite over yet, but we'll get there slowly. It's been right up in your bowl. So I'll get some tropical treatment first. Just a bit of 1 kill cleaner. Side that in the best I can. Top of it some iodine. So stuff that I did today, but it's taking ages to come over. It could be this stuff. This is not a true tutorial video how to inject this, how I do mine. We give it a jab of Baytril into pectoral, knuckle thin in the corner here. So I'm going to check see if she's far enough over just to give it a jab, just there look. There we go. Not got this looking out of it. This should play about. Just right in knuckle there. Right knuckle joint there. Simple as that. More up. That's actually not mega bad, but I'd rather just be on the safe side. You know what I mean? She's gone now, so we'll get her back in. Right, welcome back to Leebo's Clay. Right, show you what I've been up to. I've been making some 3D wooden carving plaques, or what you want to call them. these are out solid oak, so I'll just quickly show you. So this is what I've been making. I'm looking at fine detail on that. So next question be asking, how the hell did you make this? So this is made out of solid oak wood. So what I've done is planks of wood here, oak, glued together and clamped together, made the sections to make these sections. So how I do the 3D carving on that is with this, what's called the CNC machine on software. So yeah, you may think I'm being quite good at making beading stuff like that. I made it, but kind of cheating. I mean, it's not cheating, but yeah. So I made this on a CNC machine. So you might think, yeah, anybody can make it. It's easy enough, but to work this machine, you need a degree to work out to work it, because you're using all these different little bits, section little bits like this, little tools like this, with all these different collars and different bits. So it's not mega easy. So yeah, what I was saying about these, not mega easy to use, because these are all different bits, different completely to drill bits. They're not normal standard drill bits, special CNC carbide bits. And I have to program these into a software program to tell the size of the bit, what bit it is, what's called flutes at end of them, how many flutes. Right, they have to set the power, the feeds and speed. So the feeds is how fast this goes around on your X, Y, Z. So X, Y, Z, if that's correct in my own end, because I'm still getting to adjust with stuff. And then I have to set the speeds on here with a controller to find the adjustable speeds. But remember, you're working with machines like this, you can either snap bits or break your machine bits, so I have to be very careful, and I have to take it steady first, then ramp up the feeds on the software here. So ramp these feeds up, and I can ramp the speeds up to get a happy medium, because you don't want this vibrating and shaking when it's doing stuff. So I'll try and take you on a journey, if I can, how I'm going to do a 3D carving. Really, I shouldn't give you my tricks and little secrets away, but yeah, I like to help and share. So what I've done is, like I say, I have glued some wood together, glue masking tape on, because what I'm going to do now is glue some on here, and then masking, it's not double sided masking tape, then glue the backing on this side and the sticky facing upwards. So I flip it over and we'll stick it to the bed, just as a temporary cautionary thing, because what I'm going to do is now is we can get onto this. Open this. Yeah, sorry about that, big compressor in the corner here. I'm kicking off because it's running a laser. So yeah, so I'm using this bit. So what I'm going to do is surface the board. So I'll flip this around, glue it. I'm going to surface this so all this board is flat and nice and level. And then we get into designing program, design something onto here as well. So I'll just take you around to my laser. My other laser will work. So I make sure on the laser here, look, just barely see it if you can. These little plaques for somebody. So it's a 100-watt laser, so it's a lot quicker, efficient than in the desktop type laser what I have at home. So yeah, So the software to run this were quite expensive to buy. So we're going to get into this, flip it over, and I'm going to glue this down here into spots, let it stick. All being well, then I can surface this board. So that goes in there like that. And we'll surface board. Once I get it marks what I like, I can take you to my software and show you roughly what I'm going to do to surface this. Alright, so we need to know the height, the width, and the thickness, so I can tell the computer software what I'm working with, what I'm doing, so I can plane this down to a certain. It would be easy to put it through a planing machine, but I ain't got nothing wide enough to go through this, and with this it does it more accurate. I'm telling you, I can flip it over and then do the other side, but it doesn't really matter really such, because I just sand it down, make it nice and neat, like I did the other one. So yeah, so we'll get this flipped over and glued it back with you. So what I'm doing is creating just a little pocket. I'll glue this stuff in. Like that, then tape and flip it over, so something like that. Yeah, it's quite hard to film in compressor because it's annoying that compressor builds up the air. So I'm trying to film best I can with it. So yeah, so I flip the piece over, stick it down. It's crucial to make sure this is in your gantry, on your swell board, square, setting square. If it's not, it won't cut out square if on your workout. So what I need to do now is move this machine over. Give me a sec. I'm moving it manually on the motors. You can see it on here, moving. I'm just going to check and make sure these are lined up at the end of the machine, because if these are out, I'm going to check for a bit, so I want to make sure that looks flush. Yeah, they're flush. So now what I need to do now is unloose this collar on here and attach these in different colours. So yeah, I think it's all easy, but to carve something like this on here, it took 14 hours on the machine to make that, so it's a lot of work in processing, a lot of time. It's not straightforward. A couple of hours it does it. It's a long time for doing it. This is an old machine, but it's really been reconditioned. I've had it looked at, sorted, because the board weren't working on it. I've had it all reconfigured. It's running off a called Mac 3. It's an old software program, and it's on an old computer. And I do the programming in a new software on a new laptop, and we're making what's called G coding on here. So yeah, so I'm gonna get this swapped over, sized up, thickness, and that, and then jump onto the computer then. Yeah, this is the old computer what we use for the machine. This is all the gubbins and all the working in here. So I'm just going to nip over to my another designer working on the laser in a minute. So nip over to here. So this is the 3D carving what I designed and made by myself. So that's a 3D carving. There we go. So I use some sort of software called VCarve. I had to pay for the software, it wasn't cheap. I designed stuff in here, so I'm going to program the coordinates in here now and playing in, and set all that up, and then set a tool path on it and all this stuff. I won't buy all materials, and then we'll get this running, and then quickly. I know it's not really fish related, but it is like a fish design I'm making. It's not koi related as such, but I am making design with koi stuff in. I like the samurai with koi in, so I'll try and take you through the process of doing something. So I've got another design to make, a coronation that's different to that, but we'll get into that. So yeah, get back to you in a minute. Right, so what I've done is made a template for playing in. So I'll just roughly go over and reset this on here, previous, and it shows you roughly in toolpath terms what it's going to be doing. Slow it down a bit again. You're going to go all over that and it's going to plane it on. To fit it's a wood down, so that's sorted. So it's going to the lines. And what we need to do next is transfer this over to a memory stick. Oh, by the way, this is the easiest part of doing the job. Now I'm going to save this on here. It will tell you roughly time. 11 minutes and 14 seconds to play in that, so that's fine by me. Then I'm going to save this toolpath here. I'm going to come onto here. Add this to here. That's saved. Done. Dusted. And I can remove this. Put it in here. And come out to the trusty old computer. On here, loaded this up. Now I'm going to load G-code when I can find it on here. Just let it bear with me. Go back. Right, bear me, so I'm going to just find the G-code on it somewhere in here, so I'll get back. There you go, found it, look. Pocket 1, 12th of Jan. That's today's date. Click on that, open that, and it's going to load all this G-code in here. So set the bit in. Already plugged in and sorted. And now we're going to press run on here. And then it's going to start running. Right through there, look. All these lovely chips for nothing, so I'm going to pocket all that, go over all that, and then do two cuts. So I'll get back to when it's done. As you can see, not far off done now. To end. So I think it's got one more pass, to call it, to play new. So it's nearly ending that one, go back over it again, get this end, so yeah. Yeah, I did a few scrapes the other week, couldn't see anything on the microscope, but maybe I'm missing something, but I think there's cost you there, because they are sat on bottom, and they do feed, when it's at 19 degrees, should be up and round, could have been in full, but they're not, they're sitting, but they are feeding really well. But I think it'll be cost you something. as a lot of people had problems issue up to this year with cost you bits and bobs, not finding nothing. And like Andy Day, he had cost you, he's missed it, so I must be missing it, I think. But it won't hurt if there's cost you or white spot or Chaldonella, he'll get all this in one hit with this. So my dosage for me is 165 ml, so 3,100 gallons. So that's in dosage. It's called ICC from Duncan Griffin. A bit more potent than using Martine Green. I did ask him, is it just Martine Green? But he says it's not. It's from his own construction he made up. You can use it with salt. So it says use at 25 ml to every 1,000 kilo UK gallons. It can be used with salt at 0.6%, but not essential. So I ain't putting salt in, because if it is something else as well, so spilling it, then I don't want to be adding salt in case it's something else. But you never know. So I'm going to team this in corners slowly. They are begging for food, but they're not having none. So yeah, I have got the auto feed to sort out. For some reason it's not working again. I think the food's going under the like little not corkscrew, it's like a little plate inside what turns round. It just sits on top of the screw thing, and it's just food lifted up, it's turning round, but it's not getting any, not doing it properly. So I need to have a look at this. Yeah, I think they're really pissed off a little bit, but trouble in getting any finger it stains. So I'm going to slowly team this in. In fact, I'm going to do it over the air stone with this corner shot. So this corner here. So slowly team that in. Just slowly. It's redrive net over, so it stops them from jumping as well if they decide to have a jump. But yeah, so I'm going to slowly team it in. See how they go. Yeah, I'm going to be with this. So this is my process of making these boards up for the 3D carving, is gluing boards together and clamping them. Just basic glue to edge there together. I did look into biscuit joining and anything like that, but I would tell you don't need to. This is strong as a knock doing this, not separated. Providing you got good glue, this is how you do good board. And basically they're from these, look. Sits together, their boards. I shall take you through now and show you the end result. So the end result is here, look, for all this heap of dust, heap of sawdust. I'll just bring back, show you. You can see we have a fish carved. So it's 2 fish carved in this. So I'll get a vacuum and clean it up, and I'll show you after. So I run through this. I think about 11-12 hours to make this piece, carve it out. So I have a Wi-Fi linked up camera so I can watch it at home. Any issues, any problems, I come straight down here from home and then stop it, because we are working with moving parts and spindle and bits. So yeah, get it all cleaned up, sanded up, and then I'm going to do a cutout on the edge. 1 piece done, then we'll get it stained and varnished. That'd be, let's say, beautiful. So yeah, I'm going to have a clean up on here, so I need to empty this full again, empty this, then get it cleaned out. Right, there you have it. All done and dusted, look at that. Beautiful. Fine detail on that. It's lacking a nice bit of paint, it'd be lovely on this. I've just done the final cutout, so it's ready for the grand reveal. So I'm just going to unfasten these screws and then pull it up. So I'll get back to you. Right, so I've just been over a few water tests, and chlorine come back at 26 parts per million. Not mega sky high, but I have back flush to big blues. pH between 8, ammonia 0 on this, KH around a 5, nitrate number 2 is 0. So a bit of bicarbonate soldering just to bring it up a little bit, because I keep it around about 6. And I did have the big old girl out, the Sankey. Sankey, sorry. The Achiever. It's got cloudy eyes. So yeah, I talked to someone yesterday, said it could be a bit of bacterial infection. So I'll get her a jab. Scraped, I can't find nothing. A couple of, a bit veiny, but it could be down to maybe chlorine just a little bit. So I've just done that. The Sankey looks a bit veiny. I don't know what's up. Yeah. But I may do a salt tune. I've got some salt. I'll see the result there. Got someone definitely stressing her out. She's stressed. But they're eating lovely. They're eating fine. So I don't know what to do on that front. So I might leave it as that. I don't know yet. So I've got a few other jobs to do. I'm going to get around to it. I bought these. Lovely little things. So they are going to go eventually. The back wall over there, the shower. But I need to make a flap in here so I get to the shower and make sure there's nothing in the shower. Because Johnson clean, there's no bad crap getting anywhere. We're sat at 23, so I can't see what could be. I flushed drains the other day, so nothing there. So I'm just a bit of a loss. But, alright mate. Yeah, so I got chucked by the delivery man there, yeah, so I'm a bit of a loss still what to do, so yeah. So I will show you our next video on my 3D carving and med. So yeah, so on this note, I'm going to leave it on this week's video, and I'll catch you another time. So thanks for getting back to me, guys. See you later, bye.